Are we starting this a little fast? Is this light no good? Too much of that light. Too much of that light. What if the light was coming from this side? What if the light was coming from that side? Just trying to figure out the light. Just give me a minute. Wow, these lights are terrible. Too much yellow. Anyways, not about me. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Let me get rid of this thing over here. This has to do with coming from the center of something. And as you're coming in, stretching in, okay, you're pulling the energy, that grounded energy as you start to come in, and you don't come all the way in. You don't come all the way in. I don't know why. So you come there, and what happens is the four corners connect. Four corners connect to that one energy that's coming in, that ignite those four corners. I'm just creating a situation right now. I don't know where I'm going. This is something a little bit new. Now, in these four corners over here, in which are 4 times 8 equaling to 32, 4 plus 8 equaling to 12, 12 plus 32 is 44, minus 32 equals to 20, okay? 2 and 8 is the cycle. 2 and 8 is the cycle. This is also 16 and 8 equal to PH and I. This is phi. This is the gateway to day and night, created by Q and REICHE, the 18th letter, the end of the first half. The end of the first half. Do we end on 9? Do we end on 9? 1 and 8 is 9. But the reality is A1, Z8. So ask yourself that question. And this is where I always come in and say it's the resident angel. It's 18 and it's 28. It has to be, because 2 and 1 have to come together to make any creation. It shows it over here. Here I am, and here I am. Here we are. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. That's it. You don't need no more. That's it. I take that and I put it in there, you know. I put it in there, right? And I got that. And then I take one of those, right? And I take one of those. I take this one. And I take that one and I put it over here and that one over there. So now I got the 1, 2, 3, and 5. I'm going to take that one and put it over here. So now I've created the 4 by duplicating the 2. So the 2 and the 1 came together, and what did I get? DC. Everything comes out of DC. So you create the 5, so what's left? It's the half-life. It's this area over here, okay? Or, well, I don't want to do it this way. You're going to do it this way. Either I use up this area and this area, right? Or I use up this area and this area. They're not the same. We spoke about this before. It's what happens with this dice cube. You see, this is going to show you a difference when I turn it 1/4 notch, right? The 3 will show you a difference with 1/4 notch. The 2 you will show you a difference with 1/4 notch. The 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 5 and 6, and all we have to play with is the 5 and the 6. The 5 holds the ignition to the reversal of the 6. Give me a second, I need something to drink. I think I'll take some water. I ate a little too fast. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get back to this. So what happens, okay, is so this one empty area space that's coming through, let's say this donut hole, or I'm not really sure which way. I just want to use up the area space the way I see it. It's 8-1 because it's on a corner. In roulette, it's made that way on a corner. Okay, but it's a basic just one square, so I'm just going with the basic of the reality of the odds. So now I have one area here, one area here, one area here. So this corner gets 3. Okay, then this corner gets 3. Then this corner gets 3. Then this corner gets 3. So all the corners automatically get 3. So the corners are now 3. Okay, they're in the corners, in the 3s, there is a division over here. All the corners are now divided, and all those 3s created 4 boxes. And the value, okay, when you create the 3 lines is 2. The 4 boxes are valued at 2, okay, 4 boxes valued at 2. And the in-between boxes, which have no lines in between, are full boxes. So do we value them as 1? Or do we go 4 times 2 equals to 8, and 4 times 1 equals to 4? Just give me a second. I'm having a little bit of indigestion. Give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Back in a minute. I'm coming. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. Anybody here? Anybody here? Okay, where was I? Wow. Wow, that was just terrible. That was just terrible. Where was I? So at the end, you see what we have? We have the position of these two and this one. What would be the value of each one? I don't know. I really don't know what each one value would be at, other than understanding what happened, that we needed 3 lines to create 2 areas in one space. What is 3, 2, 1? I took 3 lines to create 2 areas in one complete space. So 3 divided, creating 2 out of one space. The center core over here that was once whole is now 1 split up into 4. So this is what this tells me. This is the core of the Monopoly game, and this is also the 9 lives of the cat. It is the basis of our number pad. It is the basis of the Tesla energy cycle, and if you want, I can show you that. It is the basis of one how can I say this, of 1 52nd, okay, of 1 52nd, and some part. What is the part? 1 52nd and 6 hours, let's say. 6 hours out of 52 weeks. What would be that calculation? 6 hours, 52 weeks. 52 divided by 6. No. 6 divided by 52. Something like that. Something like 5 minutes a day or something. Anyways, I was a little bit lost with what I was doing for a second. So why I would break it up in 1 into 52 is because in Monopoly, I don't know if you know this, there's 1 over here, and stretching out the Monopoly board, okay, there are 6, 1, and 6 across the Monopoly board for those who do not know. 6, 1, and 6. And over here are the 4 corners in Monopoly. Each one has a value of 4 squares. So that's 16. 4 by 4 equals to 16. There's 9 in between here, too high, equals to 18, 18, 18, and 18. Okay? Equals to 18, 18, 18. 4 by 18 equals to 40 and 32. 72. The total is 88. So the outside of a Monopoly board is 88, equivalent to purple Pegasus, created from red and blue. Also in NGC 7286. Apparently it is the square constellation. 9 and 7. Win a big red to the spirit of 76 and the freedom of 55. Bring on, bring on, bring on, bring on. Hold on a second. Bring on 29. Bring on 29. Bring on Electric Company. So what happens after that is then there's another 2 rows over here, and those 2 rows are row 32, right, and 24, equaling to 56. And then there's 2 more rows inside of that, right, because this is row 7, this is row 6, this is row 5, 4, and there's row 4 and 3, which is 32 and 24. And then there's 4 and 3, and then there's row 2, I think, which is then 16 and 8, equaling to 24. So 32 and 48 equals to 80. 80 and 88 equals to 168. And there are 168 hours in a week to the 1 clock that spins everything around. And if you just drive yourself this way or this way to the 9 lives of the cat, over here you'll have property 06, 16, 26, and 36. You'll have Reading Railroad, you'll have Pennsylvania, you'll have B&O, you'll have all the railroads that divide and create Union Jack on how to separate and divide from one side to the next. And each one of these would be the crown of this. You see the funneling system like the funnels of light? You only can use 2 corners. You only can use 2 corners. You're either using here and here, here and here, here and here, but you're never using all 4. It doesn't work that way. And that's basically the way Monopoly works. There's 169 or 13 by 13 equaling to 169. 13 plus 13 is 26. 169 and 26 equals to 195. A, E, and I equaling to J, A, and S, N, E, W, I, R. Jazz is newer. Weiner. I'm just trying to think what happens over here. This is the basic alphabet. This is 8 and 7 comes back again. Just trying to look at things. Anyways, I don't know, a little tired. Row, row, row your boat, leaving on a jet plane. I'm leaving on a jet plane. How about rock and roll? Rock and roll and all the music ever played. Imagine there's a reason for every song. I need a glass of water. Give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. Led Zeppelin. Roll. Been a long time since I've rocked and rolled. Rock and roll. I don't like this page. I'm going to rip it out. Have to rewrite it again. Don't like this page. Not sure if you did I do this in the last video? Giant step for mankind. There's got to be something new. There's got to be something new. So we don't forget, there's the major basics of designs when we're looking for numbers is this one over here. And then once we have the one center, okay, this one center, the difference between this or this, let's say this, and then this, and then this. Here, okay, in this one over here, okay, all you have, okay, is one above and one below. In this one over here, you have one above, one below, and one in between. In this one over here, okay, you have two in between. And with those in between, okay, there's things we can do that is either we can leave it as this and say it has created its own joint in between. Okay, unlike okay, why I mention that is because of this number 5 and this number 5, that when we draw the $2 signs, see, these can be closed, right? This one over here cannot be closed. And if it was closed to an end link, it would look like this end link over here. So now there's dimension to this. We can see the dimension. I don't know where it is or what it's angling to, what it's trying to tell me. If it's telling me, you know, like we've reached out all the way to here. At the same time, it looks like the Z. We can turn it sideways and angle it, and then it would be the N. I could have done the same thing with this one, but then this one would be left open. So then if this one was left open, I would have to raise it in order for it to come into this form. But then it would meet just down here. Anyways, this is what this is. Trying to see if there's anything else, what I have, what I missed. I knew it wasn't going to be a very big video. Happy 4th of July. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. 4/7 today. Jesus of time on the cross today. Jesus of time on the cross today. Jesus. So what day is it today? We had January. We had February was 59. March was 30, was 89, and 90. So the first 3 months equal to 90. And April is 120. So the beginning of the year equals 120, and that is the separation, the pool game. So we have 120. May comes along, and that would be 151. Oh my God, that's, yeah, very good. I like that. Mars, the A and E world. 151. June goes by, that's 181. And then 185. Venus, angel, creating of Jupiter, the E world, matrix, creating the blue world, electric company, the blue energy, Pegasus, and all the constellations. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 and 5 is the reversal on the cube, where 3, 6, 4, 5 come together in love. Reversal to where maybe opposition could be in creating 5, which is number 23 and 14, which will encompass 16 through 21, 111, reversal of 666, equaling to 555. If you add numbers 1 through 36 on the roulette wheel, and take a look at 16 added through 21 equaling to 111, knowing that the total of numbers added from 1 through 36 equals to 666. Take away 111 is 555. Cinco, cinco, cinco. Okay, in which 5 times 5 times 5, the first 5 times 5 is 25 or 1/4. The next one is 1.25, which says, yo, the student, which is called out now in the game of craps. 5112, I call it memory. Or is it the screen? 512, 256, 512, 1024, 2048. I think that's the way it goes, right? What is it? You know, all the computer talk. It's all in the computer talk. Where am I next with this? That's the 4th of July. Yes, the 4th of July. 4 by 7 creating the 28th cycle. 4 and 7 creating 11, which is creation. The K, the beginning. How can I say it? The beginning, where the V, instead of the V being this way, the V is sideways, saying to one side. Okay, less to one side. Right? Isn't that what the V says in different scenarios? And V1 and V minus 1 is with the birth and not with the birth. Or the V this way can be less than the birth to the left side rather than the arrow with the 1 to the right side. And in the word Viking, you're actually say 6 king. And we spoke earlier about the ING meaning, which comes from number 72, win big. It'll be the begates. The begatest. Begatest, I think, is to be denied of. Sounds like begatest. I don't know. Or is that V-gates? And is the Spanish with the B and the other one with the V? The begatest. Anyways, where are we over here? Do you think they encode stuff on purpose, or is everything? I think that it's just before anything was ever made. It's just that way. It's just we're living out what has already been created, and we're just using the pieces and parts from the game. But instead of somebody else controlling us, we hold the manette, okay, inside the game, and we have the suits on, and you know, your head is like this, the bobbly head. This is, and I don't want to mention this, but this goes along with it. But you bobble your head because when the body comes into the world, right? It's not acting on its own at the beginning. It's not, because it's not fully grown. It fully grows into this world, okay, as it develops, and it suctions in, and it becomes part of this world. We're suctioned in. And the easiest way, I believe, to explain it is that if you do this, or if you drive in a car and you feel wind on you, I don't see no wind. What does wind look like? Can you show me what wind looks like? Because I've never seen wind before. And until I can really understand what hurt is, the body can only know, just like the fan belt or your motor missing oil, you know, that it's, you know, the motor, is the car alive? No, but when it's missing oil, it screams like hell and it starts to get really hot. It's not alive. When do you get really hot? You ever get any hot under the collar and get mad? You know, the car just breaks up and poof on the highway. You get a flat. Things burn out. We get reconditioned by the moment. Go to sleep at night and say, you know what? Let's take a break. Tonight, we're all going to bed. Okay? Yeah. Shut down my liver. Shut it down. I'll shut it down before that. Take a shot of the gin, right? G-I-N. Win big gin. Win big gin. So if you're winning big gin in number 72, because it's also gin. 7 is G. Okay? 7 and 2 is 9I. And 7 times 2 is 14N. That's gin. So what is gin? What do we have to have? Well, we need CDC. Because gin is a set of sometimes 3 cards, 4 cards, and 3 cards. Just set it up that way. We can also have, I think, 3 cards to a straight, or is it 4 cards to a straight? So how is the opening hand of gin? And then 7 by 7 by 7 is still 343. How did we get that 7? Anybody know how we can get the 7? You know what's really ironic about 7 is how much is 1 and 6? It's 7. Okay, I just so happen to have it here. It's 7. 1 plus 6 is 7 in general. And I'm just thinking of something. And the numeric value for 1 is 15 plus 14 plus 5. And the numeric value for 6 is 19 and 9 and 24. Now you tell me if you think a computer created this. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. 15 and 14 and a day equal 5 and 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, do you think a computer did that, or who's the first one that wrote down number 6 as SIX? And don't forget, the opposite of the I is the E on a cube. Here, look, here's 5 and here's 4. So that would be the 9th letter, and that would be the 5th letter right there. I and E, created by B and C. You can get 1 and 5 also, right? I didn't, hold on a second. No, I wanted to get another 5. So you can get the 3 and 6, and then get the 1 and 4, right? There's your birth. There's your CF love. So that's what it comes from. Sound the planet. Sound, I think we're a sound that gets imprinted on birth. So anyways, let me finish. So you come into the world, your body finishes to grow, and your connections to the system starts to grow. And then when your connections are fully installed within the body of the child, then you enter into the body. But otherwise, you're only growing into the system. Like the minute you come into here, you have knit yourself through your breath, through the electrical system, the slap on the butt, the waking up. The body starts to tick and go, right? Outside in this world, it's different. The way Neo Anderson touched the mirror and he just became that whole envelope of what it was into the system. And he was nothing, and he was everything. So it's not when you are born have you come into this world, but later after your birth. And it's not that, what it is the basic is you are born with the earth soul, but not with the heavenly spirit. Because, hey man, if the door ain't open, okay, or there ain't nowhere, like if you're just saying like, okay, I got a brand new computer, but can't plug it in the wall, can't get no electric. Okay, I got the electric, that's great, but now I need the internet. Well, you ain't got the internet because you ain't set up for it yet. And as you set up in ROM, right? I don't know what it's wrong with the basic things of internet were, and it comes up in whatever happens in Rome or whatever. All these names are done from the creation of other letters and other things that went on. They say that, yes, they say it about the fluoride. You know what's funny? Now that you said that, just wanted to show you something I thought was really cool. Didn't want to show it in my last video, but you tell me. Okay, hold on a second. I did this, I don't know how many years ago. Hold on a second. I disappeared. I think I'm here. Whoop. Yeah, I'm here. So I wrote this thing out in French a few years ago, and it says, okay, they either cause it, okay, or they're the treatment at the end of the point. And it mentions, okay, it mentions about the spade and the club. Join the club, everybody, join the club. Lonely Hearts Band. Join the club, the Lonely Hearts Band. Where are we all? Diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds. Do you love me? Send me hearts. Give me a diamond and send me love. X and O, 15 and 24. In the sixth family, it's the cunning fox of love. The cunning fox of love. I was talking about bars and lines before, and we see that in reception. In reception, incoming and outgoing. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this now. There's so many things. We went over already that the reverse of the letters in the word love, O is L. So part of where Mars comes from, the O letter, the reverse is the L letter. And that is through alpha beta creation, AB creation. But Mars is the O creation, 1 and 5, A and E. So the first part of creation where the vibration stems from is between A and E. And since it's 1 and 5, does anybody know the numeric value for our vibration? In basic, it's 2, 3, 4. So through Mars is our vibration in the numeric value of Mars. We can use it from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5. But when you count it as 5 to 1, it's 3 by 17, Q, Q, and Q. And 3 by 17 equals 33, the mass of Jesus in rotation to Mars. And the art also shows the same reality. You see, when we take, we just have a numeric value for Mars at 51. The reverse is 57, which is also a numeric value for Moon, but the true reflection, okay, of Mars is Heinz. The word Heinz is a true reflection of itself because these letters are a reflection of themselves just with 1/4 turn. Just with 1/4 turn, since I'll take these two dots on this angle with 1/4 turn. If I turn 1/4 and I put the two dots in this angle, I'll create the N. The same thing with the H and the I, and the H and the I stem only from the 6 over here. Otherwise, the 5 will create them all. The 5 creates them all. The 6 will create the H and I. So this is Mars over here. So we're going to just take this, and I'm going to make it bigger than it has to be, just so you can get the drift of it. Okay, and I didn't make this the right size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It had to be at least 6. But anyways, I'm going to just draw this. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, now I can do this. So by drawing one line, and in the word Mars equaling to 51, I put 1/5, creating the 8 to turn out on this angle. Where's the color pencils when you're looking for one? Here's one. So created the 8 on this angle, right? But let's forget about the 8 for now. More important, it created the 9 on one angle. And even just as important, okay, as that, okay, okay, we also have created the 6 on this side, and they join together with the 8. So this is what Mars does in its own numbers. So it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with what they gave us. They told me this, and I figured out that. And this is what I did, and this is what you see. Now what you see, what do you say? Do you say and see what I see and what I created? Do you see the same thing? That's when I knew 25 years ago. One of my horses got, hold on, Flora. Okay, one of my horses got sick. Okay, she had football-sized swellings on the side of the needle, sides of the needle. That's when I knew 25 years ago. I just listened to Steiner's lectures on Mars. This is so fascinating. Where do you think the swastikas come from? What is the relationship? What do you see? Well, the swastika is pretty easy because it's right here. And I'll just redo it. Um, we're running in a system. I think most of it runs on how much we agree, how much we can agree, how much we are so asleep. It's so difficult to explain it. Okay, is it not clear? Let me just check this out. I have to erase a few things on my computer because I got too many things open. And okay, so yeah, so just want to do this. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but I shouldn't have done it this way, but I did it anyways. So what it is we're going to go from here to here, to here to here, and here to here. I'm going to go from here to here, from here to here, and here to here. Now, what do you think that looks like? Now, that's only in one dimension, okay? So that can be the Twisted Sisters, right? But that's one dimension. It looks like 44s. When you have a 4, right? If I didn't make it in here, you might see it differently. But when you have a 4, right? When you have a 4, what you actually have when you break up a 4, okay, is what you actually did is you broke up a 7 because it's 1 through 7 equaling to the design of 4. So when I see you're breaking up 4s over here, because there's a 4 over here, at the same time I see the Y letter, and I see an eretz. I don't remember some Hebrew letter. But anyways, I'm going to get to what this is. So when I join this number over here, that is number 3. When I join this number over here, that is number 6. When I join this number over here, that is number 4. When I join this number over here, that is number 7. So when I already did this already, okay, diameter of the moon, 2160. 3474. It could say 3176. Watch. Diameter of the moon, 2160. Diameter moon, 2100.
60 miles. According to some information I found on Hypertext book.
3,476 kilometers across. And that number is 3476. Did you see that? Did anybody see that? So did you see? I'm going to just take that out again, make it smaller, and show you this. This is where your 216, this is part of where your vibration comes in. Starts right about there. This is your birth. This is 9 by 24. I say 9 by 24 because this is one notch before the next day comes. 2160. 10 days will be 2400. 9 days will be 2160. I'm working out the 10 days based on our 24 hours from the Mayan 10 days cycle or 20-day months to 10 days of 18-month cycle. That's where I'm getting these numbers from, in which 1,440 minutes in a day times 1.5 equals to the crossing of the moon size, 3,476, and also in reference to saying 1776, also noted on roulette, is right here. So you say, what does the swastika have to do with anything? Well, what number are you going to put over here? That's right. You're going to put the number 5 over here. So what do you get? 365.47 days. We run it at 365.25 days. We're losing 0.22 days. And what do we lose that? That numeric value is VE, and that's part of life, live. And that's for number 5 in live. And it's because of the birth in 9 we live that we lose this much time to the clock, 0.22. We have a 22 caliber. The BER is our birth in October, the November. December. 10, 11, 12. A, B, C. When it all comes back to just these are sometimes playing with the words. And what's left over? 1, 2, 89 with the 5 in the center. 1, 2, 5 equaling to the memory of Mars and Earth. It is 512, and it is Yo. It is the 11. It is also known as the student. The reason it's known as the student, because in the game of craps, when they scream out for 11, they stop short of saying the whole word and they say the word élève. Depending on how they say it, it either means to wake up or it means student in English. The entity, the ET, the passage and entry through the sun, the N and M letter interchangeable because of the explanation and the position they are in gematria and other numeric letter languages, but I'm using gematria. Northern Telecommunication. This is 525. 552, that's in this word over here. S&T being first and last. 11 being numeric value 63, and the average is 10.5 times 6. It's a cubic number that I once used. I forget what the whole value was of it. I forget why I did it. 18, 30, 45. The total is 63. It had to do something to do with number 3. And this is the first half. So here's the swastika, okay, and and this whole thing relates back to the Mayans. This is what I like to call the bricks or high 52, the high birth of Earth, 8 and 2 to the cycle of 19, the spirit, and this will also come out to Rotas, Sator, Tenet, Arpo. If I got that right, I'm not really sure, but I'll explain it to you because, and I'm hoping it's this one here, because in this situation over here, when they did this, I remember that 28 and 19 equals to 47, which is Jesus, cross of on time, okay, to the cycle of man. 13, the first cycle of man. And so how does this whole work out? Because the multiplication of 13 will turn into 3 and 4, and then it will equal to 12 and 7 equaling to 19. Okay, that's my 19 over here. So once you've ignited this cycle, the cycle of man, okay, the word man is valued at 28. This is when the BAR, okay, 21 comes into play because it's the bar mitzvah. It's not the BAT coming into play. It's the BAR coming into play. The R and the T. And this one over here is 23. This is the female, 12, and the male. So if it's female, we're going to give you the letter R. Maybe she's the entry in. But if it's male, I'm going to give you the letter B. And you go to Arby's. Can you figure out why, or can you make up a reason why I do this? Why I do this? Because I don't know your arts, but me, 12 is when the girl becomes a woman in the Hebrew Testament, and a boy is at 13. So this is the beginning for the woman, right? And I don't know if it's just the Hebrew where it goes further back, maybe following the moons or whatever it is, right? But obviously what's funny about the woman becoming into the cycle, it happens to be the men's cycle. You know, like, what the hell? What is this about men? The menstrual cycle, the men. What is this about men? So what's going on? This is on purpose. This wasn't just us making it up. This is us not knowing what we're doing, taking things out of random, not knowing that they're telling us an actual truth to something that they don't even know that what they're doing by just calling it what it is. And then the menstrual cycle of 28, the cycle of man. The word man equals to 28. 4, 1, and 7 all in one number. 7 over 1 creates 4. And by the way, this, okay, is going to reduce, and it will eventually equal to this. And that's ST. 2 times 8, 16. 2 plus 8, 10 equals to 26. 2 plus 6, 8. 2 times 6, 12 equals to 20. Anyways, that'll end up equaling to BT. What else is there in here? What did I miss? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of goodies out there. So we got that. We finished with that. We understood what 1 and 6 does. But CDC is a name that has to be said over and over again, I believe, to pass the system. They hate the feminine. Well, first of all, it doesn't matter who hates what, because in numbers, the letters, the shapes, they all talk for themselves. They all talk for themselves, so it doesn't matter. The number 3 alone, okay, says female. The number 3 says female. Now, the 1 says it's the half-life, and the 2 says it's also a part of the half-life because of what you do with the number 1 and the number 2. But also, when 1 goes through 2, right? Where is 1 going? What is 2? What is 1? In basic, when you go to the bathroom and you make a pee-pee and a poo-poo, the poo-poo is the earth and the pee-pee is all the elements, the water. So it's the transmission of one into another, making life from the seed of earth. So you're creating 2 elements. You're creating a receptor into that's the way I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to look at it. So this is a game. And the other day I said we're cheese, and somebody said no, it's the moon that's cheese. Maybe it's cheese because it's no bigger than a smile, right? Would that be right? What's going on now? Come on, we're going to take your picture now. Everybody say cheese. And cheese is a smile. So you only have you have 2 lips. Does that mean 2 different parts of the moon? If I do this, the moon is open. Oh, there's nothing inside of it. But if I do this and I smile, you get half the moon. I was born on dot midnight on the 22nd November. RAPHAEL, been weirdo ever since. Hold on. Isn't that something? November 22nd. Why do I know that? That's not JFK Day, is it? You know what? I went golfing today, and I think my score was like 120. No, you don't have the number. My golf between 124 and 134. A, B, C, D. A plus B plus C equals 6. But it equals 6 through an accumulation of A and B. And then when you brought 3 into another world, how did we get 3 in the other world? How did we get 3 in this world and 3 in this world? Or did we have 2 in this world? How did we get 2 in this world? But if we get 2 and 1, has anybody ever seen what 2 and 1 does? I mean, here's 2, and here's 1. And here's 2, and here's 1. That's 2 and 1. Sometimes it's in the middle like this. Well, then the dice is this way. It's in the middle like that. Otherwise, it's this way. But if it's like this, then it's like this. And if it's like that, what's it telling me? What's it telling me? You see, if I was looking at the Tesla, at the Tesla energy, right? The Tesla energy has three triangles. It's three triangles. And I'm trying to figure out where those triangles are. I would have to set this up like this. How can I find the Tesla energy out of this? You see, this is a half, right? This is only a half, right? So if we lived in a cubic world, I'd have to have two sides to this energy. So it would have to be coming from somewhere else. So otherwise, isn't it pretty weird that this would live inside of this? So there's a rotation of its own energy, and that's exactly what they show in the Tesla energy. They show it looking basically like that. So they're not really hiding anything. Anyways, I have to look into that a little bit deeper. I don't know where I am. I think we're going to end this video. If you want to know why I keep saying CDC, oh, electric company, who controlling of the moon, okay? 3 times 5, 15. First of all, C and E. This is the controlling of the gateway, okay? Think of this at the beginning of the Christ, okay? 3 and 5. This is the controlling of 11 or controlling of 9/11. Why? Because the number 11 is 63, which is 9. 11 creates 9. Through this is the electric company. The reverse of this is 75 or 57. It's part of the moon. When you multiply it, it creates this, and the letters are H, O, and the total is W, the who. It is the divider, 1 and 5, 6. It is the divider of the seventh gate. 7 times 7 times 7, the triangular of the seventh gate, equals 343, CDC, and the who. There's other things going on I haven't spoke about that I will in another video, and it's the triple, double, single, grandfather slam. The grandfather slam. The grandfather slam. You know, when all four come in, when D can knock in ABC to come back at home plate. They scored 4 runs with 1 hit of the bat. It went over the wall. It went over the green wall. It went over the ivy. It went over the monster. It went out of the stadium. It went out of the park. It went out of the park and into the river. What happened to the ball? He knocked the leather off the ball. It was 4 balls and it was 3 strikes. So when did all the action begin to heat up? It began just after the 5th pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The next ball is going to be the 6th ball, and it's going to be an action pitch. Either the batter is going to go to first and it's going to be a walk. It's going to be the 4th ball, or the ball is going to be thrown. He's going to miss. He's going to strike out. It'll be the 3rd strike. 3 balls and 3 strikes. They knocked us out when the command of the Christ and the Mass came to town over Christ Mass. They knocked us out 2,000 years ago. Full bondage. We now have a clue to the pigs. 333. Was it a single malt? Was it a double? Was it a triple? Just give me another and tell me a story. This is the end of the night. I want to thank you. Man is man, woman is woman. You can't change it. It doesn't matter. What you choose to do with who you are is the big difference of who you are and end up to be. I will speak to you again because I'm not going away. We are here to stay. And I learn every day. And it's real. Thank you for watching this video. No problem. It's for us. It's all for us and only for us and all.